Hey there, YouTube Classic Reviewer here with a different kind of video today. I'm not doing a standard collection or review video today. What I'm doing is I'm in a sci-fi mood and I wanted to share with you guys some of my all-time favorite sci-fi universes. So yeah, so basically, I'm just going to share some of the universes that I've always loved growing up and still today in the sci fi genre. Many of the movies I will be showing you, there are multiple movies in each series, but I'm only going to be showing one to show you guys which universes I'm interested in today and just to save time because some of them have large amounts of movies in them and it'll take forever to go through each one. That I can do in a separate video if you want me to go through individual franchises and discuss which movies from each franchises I like best, least. Also today this isn't a ranked video, so the order I show them in is random. It's nothing to do with how much I like them, how much I hate them, blah blah blah. So, all out of the way, first of all, before we get into it, as always, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, having a wonderful week wherever you guys are, and just, yeah, hope everything keeps going well for you. So, first of all, alright, so first one for today is King Kong. This is the 2005 adaptation remake of King Kong. I saw this when it first came out in theaters. Yeah, I love the movie. I was a kid at that stage, so I didn't get a lot. Some of the story below my head, and it did actually scare me a bit because I was a wee little lad and I didn't understand a lot of things. But yeah, even rewatching this today, I still love this movie. I haven't gone into all the King Kong movies. In fact, this is the only King Kong movie I've seen, so I haven't seen any of the older ones or even any of the newer ones, to be honest with you. But this movie I do love. Next up isn't a movie, it's a TV show I grew up with, but it's still sci-fi, so I'll show you. It's called Prehistoric Park. It's kind of like a 6 episode documentary kind of thing, narrated by this guy, Marvin. Yeah, Nigel Marvin. It's technically about him going back in time to save all these different kinds of prehistoric animals. It is first episode he goes back to save a couple of dinosaurs at the end of Cretaceous. Next episode is he goes back to save some woolly mammals such as this rhino from the Ice Age, and then etc etc, different points of time in the past, and basically it's kind of Jurassic Park in a way. They build this park up and yeah, just go back in time to save the creatures, sort of thing. Alright, so next up is, of course, I had to include this, Back to the Future. Oh dear. Even though I have only just recently, well, when I say recently, the last couple of years, watched this, I love all 3 movies of this. Even though I didn't grow up with Back to the Future, it's still very, very high on my list of sci-fi movies and just movies in general. The story, the actors, and just everything about it just really, really screams well done. sci-fi. Alright, next up is World War Z. Not the best example of zombie movies, but it's still pretty good. Me personally, I'm a very big fan of zombie movies. Yeah, that's the disc. Just like World War Z. I've read the book written by Max Brooks, which is very different to the movie. It's a lot more well defined with the universe and survivors and all that. But as a movie, I can respect it to a point. Next up is infamously Alien. I adore the Alien series. Even like the original Aliens vs. Predator, I really do like. Although the second one, I really couldn't get into. I tried a couple times watching that, but just couldn't get into it. Alright, so Alien, it's very classic in the sense of it also being like very horror based as well, and it's just like the story's written and told so perfectly, and the actors that they used just did such a good job in making it. Next up is another good one, Jurassic Park, the original 3 movies. Say what you will about the new Jurassic World movies, Jurassic Park. The original trilogy has just aged so well. You want to start it all? So that second one? Yeah, that's Lost World. Second one. And of course, third one, where... Third one was alright. Like, I mean, I get it. By the time you get to the third one, it starts to become a bit cliched and we all know what's going to happen, but they still did a pretty good job with it. Apart from a couple of moments, but that's just me. Next up is Predator. Even though I do prefer the original Predator movie, that one's in a collection, in a box set box set of just different old movies, and I prefer to show like an actual Predator cover there, so that's why I'm showing Predator 2. Predator 2, whilst not being as good as the original, obviously, but it still kept up really well with its story and everything else. Yeah, it's just really fantastic science fiction movie. Next up is the original Matrix. I highly recommend this. I don't recommend the second or third movies. Though if you want to watch them, you can. I just don't recommend them at all because they're very sloppy compared to the original. Right here, this one, when I watched it originally, when I first started high school, it literally blew my mind and it made me start to think. Now that I've grown up, I just enjoy it as a movie and not have to theorize things. But anyways, next up, it's a sci-fi genre movie. Of course, I had to include Star Wars in it, being my all-time favorite science fiction movie franchise, and yeah, just really love the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy. The newer ones, Force Awakens was decent. Rogue One was pretty good. Last Jedi, not my favorite. Solo, I haven't seen, so I'm not going to say anything, though I've heard both good and bad things, but that could mean a lot. And yeah, I just, at the end of the day, that's my opinion. If you think differently, that's fine. Good for you, and yeah, glad you guys can enjoy something that I can't. Next up lastly, I've got Spaceballs, and yes, I know Spaceballs is a parody of sci-fi itself. It's not really, but at the end of the day, it does have its own, like, science fiction universe and story. Yes, it does borrow a lot from other science fiction stories such as Star Wars, Star Trek, Alien, what have you, but that's the thing with science fiction, like, it can just borrow off of itself and change a few things, and it can be something completely different, to be honest. So that's one of the great things about it, and yeah, it's good thing about science fiction in general is the fact that it doesn't have to necessarily keep to real life. I mean, it can do, and when it does keep to real life, like laws and physics and what have you, it can be turned out really well. But at the same time, if something like Spaceballs, where they just make stuff all wacky and just they don't care about the rules and all that, like, it can be really, really good if obviously right if the story's written appropriately, like the actors are acting it well and everything about the movie feels fine. Alright, that's that rant over. So, that's all I've got for today's video. As always, if you like that video, don't don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up. Comment any thoughts or feelings down below in the comment section. Comment on which movies that you saw in this video that you enjoyed, still enjoy, you don't like. Yeah, just feel free to share your opinions and your thoughts down below in the comment section. And if you especially enjoyed this video or any of my other content, feel free to subscribe to this channel. It really means a lot to me personally, and it just helps this little community to grow. So yeah, that's all I've got time for in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.